The Great War has finally arrived. Every other podcast on YouTube.com is a Brother Nero, and they shall be deleted. Sean's View Entertainment. If there was ever a word to describe his vessel and his channel, it would be obsolete. Stephen Lawson, their end of days is here, and they certainly both are Brother Neros. Wrestling with Regret and Brian Zane. Brian Zane, I shall eat you, and then I will delete you. Oh, Brother Cronin. Oh, Brother Cronin, you are a Brother Nero, and you shall be deleted. No one is safe in the Great War, Brother Cronin. Oh, Salamonster, your vessel is of an old soul, and I could make you into a valiant soldier in the Great War. But you are just as bad as Vincent K. McMahon, and you shall be deleted. Oh, what culture, and Adam Blampede, whatever the fuck your name is, Brother Nero. All I know is that you are a Brother Nero. They are worse than any vile, wretched specimen spawned under the great Vincent K. McMahon. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you with the transformation of JD from New York complete. He is now a soldier in the Great War, and he is now broken. I stand before you and proclaim that Off The Script is the #1 fucking podcast in your subscription boxes right here on YouTube.com. This is Off The Script.
Fill your glasses up and put your headphones in, because it's time for Off The Script. And all you fucking goons and assholes, get in line and hit subscribe, because it's time for Off The Script. Hit the like button and share it around. You can even pull your fucking pants down, because it's time for Off The Script with JD from New York 206, because it's time for Off The Script, because it's time for Off
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Off the Script, episode 137, part number 3 for your Sunday, October 2nd, 2016. Man, I hope you enjoyed those little skits that we did all weekend, proclaiming that Off the Script is a broken edition of Off the Script, because we all love Matt Hardy. And we're all getting ready for Bound for Glory tonight. And we're going to finally find out what's going on with TNA. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, JD, are you going to buy or are you going to watch Bound for Glory? I am not going to be watching Bound for Glory. I have made an executive decision. I am not buying Bound for Glory. I am not watching Bound for Glory. I am not reviewing Bound for Glory. And the reason why I came to this executive decision is because I have a strange feeling that I think this is all one big ploy by TNA. I think they are going to remain on Pop TV. I know I have pretty much stated my opinion here all weekend that WWE more than likely will buy TNA. That's what I'm thinking. What I have a feeling for is that Billy Corgan is going to be the one who is now the primary owner of TNA, and that they're keeping this under wraps, and they're using this, and they're using McMahon's name and the WWE brand as a potential buyer to hype and get pay-per-view buys behind Bound for Glory. And I don't want to fall for that, because if it really is that, then I'm going to feel like a fucking idiot spending $49.99 for a pay-per-view I honestly have no interest in watching. Okay? I don't want to fall into that trap. If it's that, I will feel terrible at the end. If WWE ends up buying TNA and for some ungodly reason we see Triple H walk through the fucking zone of impact, then, you know, I'll fucking kick myself in the ass about not buying Bound for Glory. But I'm going to take my chances here and just, maybe watch it some other way, or just read online up-to-the-minute reports of the show. Something along those lines. I'm not going to be buying it. So I just wanted to get that out there for you guys. I will not be buying or watching or viewing or reviewing Bound for Glory. I'm just not doing it, okay? But what we are going to be doing is talking about the latest in this entire situation, okay? How is Bound for Glory happening when TNA has no money? How are their television tapings happening following Bound for Glory if they have no money? We're going to be talking about it because there's more late-breaking information regarding their finances and how everything is going to be happening tonight for Bound for Glory, all right? So we're going to talk about that. Plus, we're going to talk about Dolph Ziggler. We're going to talk about a few other things. Not much going on for this Sunday. So if there is anything late-breaking, I will update you guys on Monday, all right? But quickly, Twitter, JD from NY206. YouTube, same thing, JD from NY206. Follow me and subscribe if you have not done so, okay? If you guys want to support the show and the channel, patreon.com/JD from NY206. Thank you to everybody that's pledged this week, and I love each and every fucking one of you. It's never an obligation, but if you enjoy what you see, if you enjoy what you hear, if you're thoroughly entertained on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis by what I do here, that is the best way to show your appreciation, man. JD from NY206 on patreon.com. Link is down in the description. If you guys don't want to do that, you can always buy a t-shirt, man. That is the second best way of helping the show out and the channel out. Barbershop Window. Type in the search bar. Go to barbershopwindow.com. Use the search bar. Type in Off the Script. It'll take you right to my personal online shop. We are an official partner of Barbershop Window. That's Pro Wrestling Tees, Barbershop Window, and 1 Hour Tees, man. The best quality t-shirts anybody can buy for wrestling paraphernalia. $19.99. They ship worldwide, so no matter where you are, you can get your t-shirts, man. Get off my TV line. 4 versions. You got the Goon City t-shirt, and you got the original gray Off the Script logo design. Like I said, $19.99. They ship worldwide, so no matter where you are going to get a t-shirt. Slam Crate by Loot Crate, man. It's WWE's official licensed product by Loot Crate. You have up until October 15th to buy if you are interested in this monumental box. It is a bi-weekly, or not bi-weekly, I should say bi-monthly, I'm sorry. A bi-monthly box of wrestling shit that you're going to get licensed from WWE, and I'm going to save you money on it, man. You're going to use the link down below in the description, and then you're going to go to checkout, and you're going to type in the coupon code JD from NY. You're going to save 10% off, man. I'm going to save you some fucking money on that WWE Slam Crate by Loot Crate. We're going to be amping up the word of mouth very, very soon, but you guys have until October 15th to subscribe to that, so make sure you guys get on board because this is going to be the first crate, and it's a WWE licensed product, and you know they are going to go all out, so I don't want you guys to miss it. I'm going to save you some money. JD from NY at checkout for Slam Crate by Loot Crate. All right? Also, guys, Wrestle Crate. Speaking of which, man, look at this. I got one right outside my fucking door, man. We're going to be doing an impromptu unboxing. Now, I haven't really looked at this, man. I have not looked at it. And typically when these come in, I kind of sneak peek inside, and I have not done that. So we're going to see what's in here together. All right, so let's see what's in here, man. I want to be surprised. Give me a Funko, man. I've been dying for a fucking Funko Pop. Oh, there's a figure in here. There's a figure in here. I don't like the figure, but it is what it is. What the fuck we got here, man? We got a t-shirt. It doesn't smell like cigarettes, Ed. I don't know what the fuck it smells like. But it is another red shirt, man. What the fuck's going on with the red shirts? JD don't wear red. Motherfucker. Love you, Ed. Strong Style. Right there. Obviously, you know who that's for. Mr. Shinsuke Nakamura, primarily in WWE. It could be for pretty much anybody in New Japan, because that's what they do over there. They fucking kick your ass. Strong Style. And in these boxes, man, Pro Wrestling Tees, Barbershop Window, and 1 Hour Tees, man. The best fucking shirts money can buy. Oh, we got trading cards. We got WrestleMania. Topps Road to WrestleMania trading cards. We're going to open these motherfuckers and see what's in there. What do we got here, man? Really? Really? You couldn't send me anybody else. I want to see who fucking Cronin got. Look at this shit, man. It's not even elite. It's not even an elite. Lana. Really? Of all the people on this fucking box, right? I gotta get Lana. Look at this shit, man. Cena, Undertaker. I'd even take Stardust, bro. Wade Barrett, who's not even with the fuck. I'd take Fandango. Then you got Kevin Owens, Bayley, Lana, right? Edge. And then you got Paul Orndorff. I hope the next motherfucker that does an unboxing gets Paul Orndorff. Who the fuck wants Paul Orndorff? Who the fuck wants Lana? But I'm going to put it on the wall somewhere. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, man. That is... where am I throwing this? Here, take this over there. And it's fucking on the floor. You going to shit again? Huh? No, you're just going to look at me. All right. What do we got here? Wrestle Crate exclusive. The fuck is this? Designed by Cheap Pop. It's a pin. And it's a barbed wire baseball bat. This is fucking cool, man. I don't know where I wear this, but... Look at that, man. It's a fucking barbed wire baseball bat pin. Lapel, yeah. And this is from Cheap Pop. It's a Wrestle Crate exclusive, man. 1 of 4. I wonder what the other 4 are. It's pretty interesting. All right. What do we got here, man? What is this? Oh, this is Seth Rollins. I like this better than the fucking Roman Reigns Superman punch. These little mini mouse pads or whatever the fuck they're for. What are they for? They go on the table and they you put your drink on them. Here, like this. You see? Boom. Look at that. That's what they're probably for. I mean, they're probably coasters. But who what's Roman Reigns? Anything Roman Reigns. This one's Seth Rollins. You got the curb stomp right there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I might put a cold beverage on that later. What do we got here, man? Looks like we got a poster. Ooh. We got a poster of House of Hardcore. Ooh, look at this. The latest show that they did. I was actually going to go to this in Long Island. And I wanted to fucking shake Matt Hardy's hand and become one of his soldiers in the Great War for real. But I didn't go. This is this from the... Yeah, this is from the St. James show. Look at this, man. It's from the St. James Long Island show. In St. James, New York, man. A fucking poster. Look at that. House of Hardcore. Broken Matt Hardy versus Aaron Stevens, Aaron Rex. Yeah, Tommy Dreamer versus Rhino. Tony Nese versus Ricochet. Hornswoggle versus El Torito. Oh, my God. And then Terry Funk. And then you got, who's this? Oh, that's, what's his name? What's his name? I can't remember his name. The fucking asshole on SmackDown. Kurt Hawkins. Looks like Kurt Hawkins. There you go. I was going to go to the show, man, but I decided not to. But that's fucking awesome. I'm going to... All these posters, man, eventually when I move out of here and I get my my own studio in my new apartment, whenever that is, wherever that may be, I'm going to frame all these and I'm going to fucking hang them up, man. They're beautiful. I love them. Now, this may be the best thing in the entire crate, man, right here. This is fucking awesome. And this is probably only a Wrestle Crate exclusive, and this is why I love these guys, and this is why I always say this is the best bang for your buck when you get these crates, man. Look at this, and there's something behind it, too. Oh, my God. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? What am I gonna do with this, bro? You got one huge positive, and then you have one overwhelming negative over here. Let me show you. Oh, JD, why don't you just show me already, man? Oh my God, Joey Styles. Look at him. Look at him. That's fucking great, man. I'm gonna fucking get that posted up somewhere. That's fucking great. This, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I don't even want to show you what's on the other side of this. Oh my God. Look at this fucking clown. Oh my God. Look at this, man. What am I going to do with this? Get off my TV. This guy is still haunting my fucking nightmares, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ, Ed. Why don't you go the extra mile and get me the great Khali? Seriously. Oh my God, man. That's your wrestle. Oh, we got the fucking trading cards. Let me open these motherfuckers up. Well, watch me get fucking great Khali in the fucking pack. If I can open these motherfuckers without bending the cards, because I never fucking seem to open these things correctly. Who's in here, man? Let me see. There we go. They're open. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, man. I might get one of them fucking baseball binders. Oh, what do we got here? What do we got here? What do we got here? Ooh, Cesaro doing a cross-body block on John Cena. There you go. Look at that. That's pretty sweet. Cesaro. Ooh. Seth Rollins wins the World Heavyweight Championship. Fatal 4-Way Payback. May 2015. There you go. Look at that. Another, Triple H makes a post-apocalyptic entrance at WrestleMania, March 2015. Look at that there. That's pretty sweet with the Terminators. John Cena, Cesaro, and Randy Orton defeat Kevin Owens, Rusev, and Sheamus Monday Night Raw. We got this from 7/20/2015. Who the fuck cares? Monday Night Raw was god-awful in 2015. Sami Zayn returns to NXT. This is in April 2015. That is fucking sweet right there. Look at that. Sami Zayn doing one of his suicidas over the top rope. Oh my God. The Undertaker crashes Brock Lesnar's homecoming. Monday Night Raw. 8/17/2015. There you go. Undertaker. That's fucking sweet right there, man. This is a good fucking pack. And look at this. This might be a fucking special edition card. 26 of 30. Nikki Bella. That's fucking sweet, man. WrestleMania, Nikki Bella. That is a limited edition card. I don't know what these things are worth, but I'm going to hold on to them, man. And we're going to put them in a binder as soon as I get out and buy me one. But that is Wrestle Crate, man. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That's fucking great. Much better than last month, man. Absolutely head and shoulders better than last month. But I can do without the Ryback autograph, Ed. Really. Really. Please. I'm requesting that you send out Great Khali next. Seriously. But this was a great crate, man. Very pleased. That's WrestleCrate.com and on Twitter at WrestleCrates. If you guys want this great shit, great value, this is the ultimate crate, man. If you guys want to save yourself some money, JD sent me for 10% off. Go visit them. Absolutely fantastic product, man. More times than not, they are going to blow you away with great fucking value and great products you're not going to see anywhere else, man. The Styles and the Ryback photo are limited edition to Wrestle Crate only. You got Pro Wrestling Tees and Barbershop Window t-shirts in the Ultimate Crate, man. Every month you're going to get a t-shirt. Mostly every month you're going to get an action figure or a DVD. It's fucking great. Make sure you guys go and support and check them out, man. Makes a great gift, and it's just fun for you, man. I love it, man. It's one of my favorite things to do on Off the Script, and I want to thank everybody over at Wrestle Crate, Ed and his family and his operation, man. Absolutely fucking A-plus operation over there. I love each and every one of those guys, and I thank them for sponsoring the podcast and sending me crates, man. It's fucking unbelievable. I love those guys. JD sent me for an instant 10% off. Now, let's get into the news, guys. So, JD, it's about 20 minutes, man. Where's the news, man? TNA! Let's talk about TNA, motherfucker. Anyway, I'm not going to dive into this TNA shit anymore, man, this weekend. It's really fucking annoying. And it's just the same shit over and over again. It's a lot of clickbait shit. And, you know, I talked about it for the first couple of episodes of Off the Script, and you guys are going to be hearing it on Sunday again. And it's going to be lumped into one big podcast for iTunes, Podbean, and all that shit. But TNA now, as I record this, TNA Wrestling has managed to survive for just a bit longer, man. There is now a third party who is funding Bound for Glory on Sunday, and they are funding, this third party is funding the TV tapings. So after that, it's over. So they're going to have to be sold by Sunday. And I'm pretty sure an announcement is going to be made on Sunday at Bound for Glory. I will not be watching, but I will be paying attention. I will be like a fucking hawk in the skies, paying attention to this shit. They've managed to survive at least for another month. So I don't know what's going on here, but it was reported TNA would go forth with their upcoming television tapings, especially Bound for Glory. Dixie Carter herself made the announcement a couple of days ago on Twitter about the tapings and pay-per-view, which has been in question for the entire week due to the fact that the company lacked funds to even put on these shows themselves. You need money for things to go. And with TNA not having any money, they really needed a miracle to happen. Apparently, TNA prays to a good God because now this buys them a lot of time. TNA will tape shows that will most likely get them through the middle of December, which means that they have more time to negotiate with people trying to buy up the business. Carter was backed into a corner, and it felt like TNA was going to sell for a lesser amount than what Dixie wanted to due to pressure around her to make a deal. Dixie has teased big things for TNA taping. She always teases big things. I mean, remember when they went overseas to India and they teased big things and their big announcement? You know what their fucking big announcement was? The Great Khali. The Great Khali was their huge announcement, and that they were fucking doing promotional work in India. Some great announcement, Dixie Carter. Shut your mouth and don't overhype anything. Okay? Let things fall as they may. But Dixie Carter went on Twitter and said that these tapings are going to be must-see. So, that's all we know about that. She talks up the big announcements for every other TNA show that they do. Usually, it is nothing of major importance, ever. However, these upcoming tapings could deliver something of interest. The question is, how did TNA get funding? According to the New York Post, a yet-to-be unidentified company or person gave TNA the money to get things going. Was it JD? Did JD buy into TNA? Did JD fund TNA? No, I did not. Nor will I ever fund TNA, because they're a dying company. And I don't think they're going to get out of this, especially with Dixie Carter running the helm. I think they're going to be sold. But I honestly, at this point, I'm hoping for it to be Vince McMahon. I really am. After all the news that we talked about regarding this situation, I hope that it's Vince McMahon. Seriously. I have a feeling deep down, there's something within me that feels it's going to be Billy Corgan, and everything about this fucking story is nothing but hype for Bound for Glory, because they have no other fucking hype besides Matt Hardy. They have no other hype besides Matt Hardy. And that's sad. And I'm not going to fall for that shit, because I don't trust Dixie Carter at all. And I'm not falling for that. I'm not spending my hard-earned money on a show that I literally have no interest in watching outside of Matt Hardy. I don't. So we don't know who or what happened here, who gave the money to TNA. This must have cost a lot of money for this unidentified company or individual, which means we could have another bidder involved in this entire thing. So that is what is going on as of now, and if I hear anything else, I will let you guys know, okay? But this is not the biggest story. This is the biggest story of this particular bulk of news that I have here. Jamie Noble. Jamie Noble was hospitalized after a trailer park stabbing. This is a fucking sad state of affairs, man. And my thoughts and prayers go out to Jamie Noble and his friends and family, and I hope that he comes out of this okay. The latest WWE news about the former WWE Cruiserweight Champion and member of Seth Rollins' infamous J&J security bodyguard team, Jamie Noble, is frightening. Reports are coming in that he was stabbed, and he's currently in the hospital. Pro Wrestling Sheet and Ryan Satin were first to break this story, and they were right on. They weren't on scene, but they were right on top of this story. Ryan Satin's a fucking beast. If you guys don't know who he is, you got to go check out Pro Wrestling Sheet, man. He's also got his own podcast. They are usually quick to break exclusive stories that nobody else has access to, and they did this about Jamie Noble, which was subsequently tweeted on Noble's Twitter. The site's initial report on the incident stated that Noble, whose current situation and condition is unclear, though he's out of the ER, was stabbed twice outside his West Virginia trailer park home while his girlfriend was allegedly inside taking a bath. The wrestling website stated that the incident happened after Noble left his home to go get some snacks. When he returned, he was allegedly confronted by a man who claimed that he cut off while they were on the road. Jesus Christ, that's fucking scary. So this guy must have followed him fucking back home, and he was upset because Jamie Noble cut him off. So Noble apologized, but the argument continued to escalate, and before anyone could stop what was going on, Noble had the man pinned to the ground in an apparent wrestling move. According to reports, then the fight continued to escalate until two other men who were with Noble's alleged original attacker got out of the assailant's car and joined the fight. One of the two other men then allegedly stabbed Noble twice from behind. All because he got cut off. Seriously. Is it that fucking serious? You know how many fucking people cut me off when I'm on the road? Obviously, I get fucking pissed. Obviously, I feel like using my fucking Mustang as a lethal weapon because half of everybody on the fucking road is a goddamn fucking asshole. People can't drive. People cannot drive. Especially in New York, man. The traffic is horrendous. And I want to fucking kill everybody. You ever watch that fucking movie, Bruce Almighty, where he's, where he meets God, right? And then he gets the powers of God. And then he goes back to the news station that fired him, and he gets into a bright red fucking Lamborghini, and he can't fucking utilize the car to its full potential because he's stuck in gridlock traffic. All he does is snap his fingers and he moves the traffic out of the way, and then he zips down the fucking road. No traffic at all. That's what I wish I could do, man. I love that. I absolutely love that, man. I wish I could do that every time I'm stuck in traffic. But people are assholes, and people cannot drive. You know, flip him off, tell him to go fuck himself, and just go about your day. Speed off. That's what I would have did. But this guy took it to another level, which is completely fucking irrational and unbelievable that this guy got so pissed that he's like, this guy cut me off, I'm gonna go fucking stab him. This is all they have to do in West Virginia? This is what you're concerned with. The guy cut me off. You go, honey, so my asshole cut me off. I'm gonna go fucking slice him up. Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously, I don't even know what to say here. This is fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible. So Noble got stabbed twice from behind. WWE is aware of this situation, and the company is in touch with the local police in Noble's area. More WWE news about the incident can be found on several sites, including Uproxx. Take it with a grain of salt with them fucking clowns. Which is claiming that the producer and former Ring of Honor World Champion was stabbed once in the upper back and once in the mid-back spine area. The assailants weren't arrested at the scene because they allegedly took off immediately after stabbing Noble, whose real name is James Gibson. And though Noble is currently semi-retired, there was some talk of him returning to the ring at the upcoming Royal Rumble, which will be held in San Antonio in honor of the 20th anniversary of the event. We will talk about that as well. However, and unfortunately, those hopes might have been dashed with this latest attack. This isn't the first time Noble had been attacked and subsequently hospitalized. The last time he was at ringside during 2015 J&J security storyline, he went up against the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar, who was angry, to say the least, and broke several of his ribs when Noble and his J&J partner Joey Mercury tried to save WWE World Champion Seth Rollins from Brock Lesnar. Noble was retired from in-ring activity and working as a WWE producer when he and Mercury were chosen to become Seth Rollins' bodyguards. Although his ribs were actually broken, the injury was an unscripted accident. It is possible that the latest injury might mean the end of any future physical WWE involvement for Jamie Noble. However, his career might not be over, according to the latest WWE news reported by Wrestling News World. Their report suggests that Noble will be returning to the WWE as soon as his injuries have healed, which is good news. So, thankfully, this did not escalate into anything worse than what it is. It should have never fucking happened to begin with. The guy who did this, hopefully they are caught. Hopefully they are brought to justice. Hopefully they get locked up for some time. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. His fucking girlfriend's in the house, taking a bath. They're probably going to spend some time together on a quiet evening, and he went to go get snacks. And this fucking asshole followed him back to his home, and he stabbed him because he got cut off on the road. It's unbelievable. The world is fucked up, man, and I wish the best for Jamie Noble. Hopefully he gets better very fast, and hopefully whatever comeback that he wanted to do, whether it's a one-off or if he wants to come back to TV and do what he was doing as an agent or a producer or something like that, hopefully he'll be back to work and, good as new and back in good health, man. So good luck to Jamie Noble. Our thoughts and prayers here on Off the Script go out to him. This is a situation that never should have happened, and it's just a fucked up situation, man. The world is fucked up, and people obviously do not have their priorities straightened. Speaking of the Royal Rumble, the location for 2017's Royal Rumble is set. A couple of weeks ago, somebody was tweeting that it was going to be in Chicago. I threw a fucking party because I love Chicago, and I think Royal Rumble being in a huge wrestling town like Chicago and a smart crowd like that would have been fantastic. Now, WWE had stated that the Royal Rumble, or everybody at least, kind of figured that the Royal Rumble was going to be in Los Angeles. And WWE pretty much crushed everybody's hopes and dreams with that one, because the Royal Rumble is not going to be in Los Angeles. It is actually going to be in Texas. It's going to be in San Antonio, Texas, and it's going to be in front of 60,000 people at the Alamo Dome. And that's where the 20th anniversary of the Royal Rumble will be held. 60,000 people plus a record attendance for that event. Stone Cold Steve Austin won that match back there in the Alamo Dome in one of my favorite Royal Rumble endings and situations of all time. If you guys remember the situation with Bret Hart, it was Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin, the situation that led to their WrestleMania 13 match, and it all started from that. It all started from that, man, because Stone Cold Steve Austin was eliminated from the Royal Rumble by Bret Hart. The referees were attending to a brawl on the outside with Mankind and Vader, or I think it was Mankind and Terry Funk, I believe it was Mankind and Terry Funk. They were on the outside of the ring on the opposite side. On the other side of the ring, Bret Hart threw Stone Cold Steve Austin out, but all the referees were trying to gain control of the situation. So Stone Cold took it upon himself to get back into the ring without anybody noticing. Vince McMahon was sitting right outside doing announcing with Jim Ross, and he gets back in the ring. Bret Hart, meanwhile, Stone Cold is picking his right moment, eliminated both Vader and The Undertaker, and when he looked around, nobody else was in the ring. Nobody else was in the ring. He figured he won the Royal Rumble. He's going to WrestleMania. He's going to be the WWE champion. Stone Cold comes back in the ring, eliminates Bret Hart, throws him over the top rope. Referees didn't see it. When they finally turn around, they see Stone Cold standing in the ring by himself. They declare him the winner. Bret Hart loses his fucking mind, grabbing Vince McMahon by his old school WWF jacket, and he just starts going off. This is bullshit, in what was one of the best moments in Royal Rumble history. Another moment that took place at the Alamo Dome is with The Undertaker, if you guys remember. 2007, I believe it was, when The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels were the last two men in the Royal Rumble. Unfucking believable, man, to have a Royal Rumble go through all 28 other guys, and you end up with Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. And those guys, instead of having something that ended fast and something quick to declare a winner of the Royal Rumble, these guys went an extra 15 to 20 minutes just to see who went on to WrestleMania that year, man. Unfucking believable. One of the best endings to a Royal Rumble ever, man. Such an epic fucking showdown. honestly, the next year, I didn't have any idea they were going to do that. They ended that Royal Rumble being the last two. The next year, they actually ended up being number 1 and 2. That was fucking great. And that pretty much led to what we've seen at WrestleMania 25 and the greatest match of all time, in my honest opinion. But the Royal Rumble honestly has huge moments that happened in the Alamo Dome. This is going to be the 20th anniversary of this event. Will WWE, seeing that we had fucking unbelievable moments like that, will they add another to that list of moments in the Alamo Dome, man? I can't wait. It's going to be fucking exciting. Royal Rumble is my favorite pay-per-view of the calendar year. So, with the recent roster split, the upcoming Royal Rumble is expected to feature similar rules to the previous brand split events. 15 competitors from Raw and 15 from SmackDown vying to compete for the brands, or their brand's specific title at WrestleMania. Rumors suggest that Finn Balor is expected to return in time for the Rumble, and he would be a favorite to challenge for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. The most recent Royal Rumble featured Roman Reigns defending his World Heavyweight Championship in the 30-man match. The title was claimed by Triple H. The main event also featured WWE debut of current SmackDown champion AJ Styles. So the Royal Rumble will be here before you know it, and I can't wait because it's my favorite pay-per-view of the year. Very interesting story here on Dolph Ziggler and a possible lead-in for 2017 if he does not lose to The Miz and then walk away from the WWE. Dolph Ziggler has been with the WWE for years now. At one point last year, it was assumed that he might leave the company due to other interests. He wanted to get into comedy. He wanted to get into acting. He might find a better way of life on the independent circuit. Who knows? There was even a thought Ziggler would jump to another promotion due to not getting the type of treatment he wanted in the WWE. Despite how good he has been over the years, WWE never allowed him to be the man or the main eventer that he wanted to be until he finally won Money in the Bank and eventually cashed that in. Sadly, a concussion he sustained cut his run and brought that to an abrupt end. While Ziggler did have a rematch for the world title, he lost and was pretty much buried in the process. It then took a little while for WWE to give him a nice role. Finally, in WWE 2014, at the Survivor Series, they gave Ziggler a last man standing situation with his team as they went against the Authority. Sting would make his debut on that night and help Ziggler win, but Dolph found a way to bring it to that event, and he and Seth Rollins had a great showdown before Sting even appeared. It was thought after such a huge push to look awesome at the event, he would get pushed a bit in 2015. While he did win a WWE Intercontinental Championship, that was about it. After that situation, Stephanie McMahon came back, and the Authority was reformed, and they fired everybody that was on Team Cena, including Ziggler. So, what a way to kill his momentum. He does this great deed at Survivor Series. We finally figured, Dolph Ziggler's going to be back in the limelight, back in the main event, and then they fire him and take him off television and do absolutely nothing with him. What a waste. So, that was pretty much it. Ziggler won the IC title. There was even a possibility to put he and Daniel Bryan in a match at WrestleMania 31, which was talked about heavily, but he was thrown into a multi-man match with Bryan instead. Now, yet again, many fans thought that Ziggler would get a chance to shine during the WWE brand split. He's one of the few WWE Smackdown Live stars with a huge veteran background who is not a part-timer. That makes him essential to SmackDown. The main problem is that he lost 2 IC championship matches and a WWE championship match since the split. That means that he's getting top matches on the card, but isn't winning anything major. In fact, he seems to be drifting back a bit. However, that might not happen in 2017. Now, I was supposed to report this last weekend, and I did not. I saved it for this weekend, and I'm glad I did because we've seen that big angle on SmackDown with Dolph Ziggler pretty much challenging The Miz, putting his career on the line versus The Miz and the Intercontinental Championship. But according to Dave Meltzer, there is a stable being discussed if Ziggler does stay, and he will lead this stable. There's some talk of doing a shooters club and a group with him, Shelton Benjamin, and Jack Swagger. Of course, the reason for the name is due to the fact that all 3 members, or all 3 former guys or current members, would be wrestlers, amateur wrestlers who have legit wrestling knowledge in the actual sport outside of the entertainment side. The group is apparently going to be similar to the Varsity Club stable that WCW had included, with likes of Rick Steiner, Mike Rotunda, Steve Williams, Kevin Sullivan, and Dan Spivey. What is so interesting is that this was not the first time WWE discussed doing a stable like this. In fact, just last year, there was a time when WWE was considering doing it on NXT with former Olympian Chad Gable in the lead role at the time. He would go on to form American Alpha with Jason Jordan, so fans are cool with how things went for Gable now regardless. However, it was dropped because WWE Chairman Vince McMahon isn't a fan of these types of gimmicks due to the fact that they can hurt the people involved in the group or hurt others. Keep in mind that they are doing some shoot wrestling in the ring with competitors. If you get them in the ring with some guys and have them wrestle for real and avoid entertainment, you won't see the overselling Dolph Ziggler. For example, you will most likely see a hard-hitting, suplexing nightmare of a performer. The reason it seems that this group is even happening on the main roster is likely due to the experienced workers rather than the inexperienced ones. WWE wants to also add more realism to the WWE, as represented by Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton and their match, for example. If WWE can allow Brock to do this kind of stuff, hard-hitting material that he does, why can't anybody else have legit, real matches as well, just like that? That said, the group is certainly going to be good if they do it. We won't see it until 2017 if Dolph Ziggler stays or leaves. We don't know how that situation is going to end up. Shelton Benjamin is currently out with an injury until the first of the year. When it comes back, don't be surprised if we see it come together and maybe another push is given to the men in that group, especially Dolph Ziggler. If this is true, if fans dig it or not, they will most likely be considered today like good wrestlers more than a good body when watching the WWE normally. So that is the latest on that. I really don't care either way. You really can't comment on something like this because you don't know what's going on with Dolph Ziggler. You really don't know. And the way I see it right now, I am more intrigued in Dolph Ziggler right now than I ever have been in the last couple of months, the last couple of years, even that. Because what he said and how he came across on SmackDown was very heartfelt. You've seen the red in his eyes, so it was very emotional, which to me, it's kind of like Dolph Ziggler is on his way out, and he's done pretty much everything in the WWE. He's hit his ceiling. The WWE is not going to be pushing Ziggler any further than he is right now, and he probably realizes that. I think this is the end of the line for Dolph Ziggler. I am going with The Miz simply because of how Ziggler came off in that promo. And I'm going with The Miz here. I think Ziggler is going to walk away from the WWE. It's going to be sad because he is a great performer. He is a great talent. He always has great matches. One of the better guys in that company to give you a quality match. And WWE did not recognize or appreciate his talent. He was so up and down, so hot and cold, pushed one week, buried the next. WWE just didn't know what to do with him. And he's a helping hand who could probably make more money on the independents with merchandising, and he can pretty much stake his claim as to what he wants to make. He would look great in Ring of Honor. He would look great in Lucha Underground. He would look great in TNA, but I don't think anybody's going to go to TNA right now until a deal is done and they have a stable fucking ownership. New Japan, anybody would be lucky to have Dolph Ziggler. But I'm not going to comment any further than that. We have to see what happens until No Mercy. When we see what happens at No Mercy with he and The Miz, if he wins, obviously he stays. If he loses, then obviously this story is complete bullshit. And we won't be talking about any stable with Dolph Ziggler in 2017. So we'll wait till No Mercy to see what happens. But it's very interesting that they do have this idea brewing with Ziggler, Benjamin, and Jack Swagger. And finally, guys, the last story of the weekend regarding TJ Perkins, the new WWE Cruiserweight Champion, having backstage heat because of his homelessness. This is a fucking bizarre story, which, to me, before even reading it, stems from jealousy. That's all it has to do with. WWE rumors swirl just about every day. Sometimes these stories make you scratch your head. This one will. TJ Perkins, one of the newest stars in World Wrestling Entertainment, already has backstage heat. Has been on Monday Night Raw once. He's already got backstage heat. And this is reported by Wrestling Inc. The reason for this dissension is because he talks about his homelessness at one point in his life. Okay. This is a big situation for him. Who gives a shit what he's talking about? He's proud. You know? Not many people overcome homelessness to be the face of a fucking division on WWE programming. Not many people overcome homelessness and nothing in your life and have nothing in your life to win championship gold in one of the biggest wrestling companies, if not the biggest wrestling company on the planet? Who gives a shit? In years past, a guy like TJ Perkins would have a very little chance being signed by WWE. If he did somehow manage to get picked up, he would be stuck in developmental forever. However, with the way things are in World Wrestling Entertainment nowadays, Perkins finds himself on Monday Night Raw and the face of a division. The Cruiserweight division used to be one of the hottest things in professional wrestling. It was the gimmick that helped Eric Bischoff and WCW catch up to WWE. By combining fast-paced wrestling with an interesting NWO storyline, World Championship Wrestling drew in World Wrestling Entertainment fans. With Triple H having more say in how WWE operates today, the Cruiserweight division was something that was brought back by the company. It might not be the same as it used to be, but World Wrestling Entertainment wanted to give things another chance, which is why guys like TJ Perkins can be featured on the biggest sports entertainment promotion in the world. In order to make TJ Perkins more likable to the WWE audience, management decided to allow the Los Angeles native to tell people how hard he has tried to make it in this business. So, he has the blessings of WWE to talk about his personal life and how he has gotten to this point, how he is now the face of a division on Monday Night Raw and is now the Cruiserweight champion. TJ Perkins started training at the age of 13. He found a Lucha Libre school in Los Angeles that was willing to teach him the business at such a young age. Perkins followed in the footsteps of Rey Mysterio, who started at a very young age because he knew professional wrestling was in his future. With the way that the industry has changed, performers simply need to figure a way to get noticed by WWE and sign to a developmental contract if they want to make it in the biggest stage in this business. It was a bit more difficult to break through back in the old days. Performers like Mick Foley used to sleep in his car after driving hundreds of miles while barely making enough money to pay for gas. That was what wrestlers had to put up with because the business was so spread out. Though the industry has changed a bit, it is still difficult for performers to find their way to the main roster in WWE. Even if they become a mainstay in NXT, there's still a good chance that they will never make it to the big stage in World Wrestling Entertainment. Just ask guys like Cien Almas and fucking Elias Sampson. Those guys aren't going anywhere right now. So, it's still a dime a dozen. You know who's going to make it and who's not. You just by looking at them. And being that we watch on a weekly basis, we can kind of gauge who has the gift of Jericho, and not. So, it's not that hard to figure out. Samoa Joe is one of the best performers in the world. Aside from taking over a top spot in TNA, he was proven that he is a talented enough performer to dominate anywhere. However, in WWE, he is still considered just someone that belongs in NXT. Yeah, by the fucking goons who run main roster Monday Night Raw, with a spot on the main roster seemingly so far away. TJ Perkins did not accomplish nearly as much in TNA as Samoa Joe did. However, he has somehow managed to be pushed higher in WWE than his counterpart, a former World Heavyweight Champion, of course. The face in professional wrestling is not always fair. There is going to be plenty of people who complain about TJ Perkins using his homelessness status to help himself become a bigger star in WWE. However, many of them would gladly use the same gimmick themselves to get themselves over in WWE. Nothing but jealousy. Nothing but jealousy. TJ Perkins does not have backstage heat by anybody in WWE except for the people who are jealous of his status coming out of the Cruiserweight Classic. So, you read this and you listen to me. WWE gave him the okay to do this to get over it with the fans. He doesn't have backstage heat with anybody that's important in WWE. As far as I'm concerned, he shouldn't give two fucks about what anybody else thinks. As long as you are professional, friendly, you do your job, you listen to what everybody else says, and you respect your peers, that is it. He's got backstage heat because people are simply jealous and envious of his position. As long as it's not anybody of importance, TJ Perkins is fine. This story is bullshit. And that is Off The Script, guys. Thank you guys so much for everything this weekend. If you guys did enjoy the podcast right here on YouTube.com, hit that thumbs up. Show me some support. Leave me a comment down below. Check out everything else that I uploaded this week, man. Everything you need is down below in the description. Especially the classic that is match 3 between Chris Danger and Mr. 9 to 5. My final WWE 2K16 series, best of 7 between those two guys. Unbelievable situation occurred in match 3. The link for that is down below in the description. Please go check that out. I would greatly appreciate some support on that. I do put a lot of work into those videos, and I want it to show, and I want to entertain you guys the very best that I can. Patreon.com. Remember Patreon. Patreon.com/JD from NY206 if you guys want to support the podcast. If you don't want to do that, which is never an obligation, Pro Wrestling Tees, Barbershop Window, 1 Hour Tees, man. We are an official partner with Barbershop Window. Get your t-shirts today, $19.99. They ship everywhere. WrestleCrate.com. You guys know the deal. WrestleCrate.com, and on Twitter at WrestleCrates. Coupon code JD sent me for an instant 10% off. Loot Crate, WWE Slam Crate, JD from NY is the coupon code over there. Use the link down below to find yourself over to the official Loot Crate website and use my coupon code to save 10% off your first purchase, which is going to be great. And finally, guys, follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, same deal. And if you guys are listening to me on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Audio Boom, and Google Play Music, if you're on iTunes, subscribe, leave me a 5-star rating. That's all I ask. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think of the podcast. If you're on Podbean, follow me on Podbean. Like that motherfucker on Podbean, man. Hit that little fucking heart and like that podcast. We are one of the most popular podcasts for sports and recreation on Podbean. And leave me a comment, man. Let me know what you guys think. Audio Boom, Google Play Music, Stitcher Radio as well. So make sure you guys check out all that shit as well. I'm JD. I will be back next week. Thank you guys so much for everything. And this is Off the Script, man. And I'll talk to you guys later next week. Hopefully we'll find out what's going on with TNA. Enjoy Bound for Glory tonight if you guys are watching. And we will discuss everything regarding this situation on next week's show. I'm JD. I'll talk to you guys later, man. Make it a great week.